What's up, guys?
Hello, hello.
Welcome to Let's Go Proling for March 14th, 2022. And first thing off the hop, jump in the comments and let us know if you're actually able to see this right now, because StreamYard had a little mind of its own tonight getting this thing launched. So had an error there. I think we're live, so and going out the way we're supposed to, but
let me look. We are live.
Okay, cool. Good deal.
We almost know what we're doing.
Almost. We'll get it figured out one of these times. Jason is away. Daughter has a band concert. So for now, you got the three of us. And at some point, Mike Conny is scheduled to appear and chat with us this evening. And then we got the guys from Cowtown, which I don't know. Am I the only one not going out there for that?
I'm not going to go either. FOMO. Yep, I'm not going to make it either.
I'm actually, with all the pulling going on this weekend, Shipshewana is closed for me. I could sneak down there, and you got Keystone out in Pennsylvania, but I'm not going to do any of it. This is my downtime until the end of April, so I'm going to take advantage.
Yeah. Well, we've been to most of the winter pulls this year, and we're going to take a weekend off. I couldn't decide which one I wanted to go to more. I'd really like to go watch Pro Stocks run, but I also like to go to Cowtown, and I'd like to go to Keystone, but that's a really, really long drive.
Yeah.
Really long.
Yeah, I think
I think I'm just gonna
13 hours out there just for me.
Yeah. I'm gonna draw a name out of a hat and buy a live stream.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
What do we have while we're waiting on Mike? We're going to talk about Cowtown. How about an update on the Pullers Championship while we're waiting?
That's a good idea.
So, I believe we are down to just one or two pullers in, I think, one or two classes, and we have a full show. So we've got a couple of the classes. We've got a couple of promoters' choice, and it's basically guys that are waiting on parts. We have more people that want to come than we have spots, but a few of them don't have parts, and so we're trying to figure out how to navigate that. The goal is by April the 1st to have all classes filled and everything finalized, but we are 99.5% there. We are really, really close to having everything full. So that is a good deal. We've got, I believe Brent was going to, over the weekend, try to get the website updated as to who was going to be there. I'm not sure if he got that done or not, but he was going to try to do that. It wasn't all there
as of this morning.
Okay. So we've got a few of them that, like I said, we had a deadline of Sunday night for some of the initials, and we had a few that weren't able to make it. So we had some reserves, and a lot of those spots have been filled since this morning. So we've got that taken care of, and hopefully we can get those last. I think there's only like 4 spots left in different classes. So we're really, really close to having the full show. And other than that, lots of planning going on. I was down at Nashville today and working with Dirk on some stuff. I got to get with Carrie on some other stuff, but everything is coming together really, really nice. So hoping to have a great turnout.
Yep, that's a new one that is coming to South Carolina, part of the NTPA regional out there.
Orangeburg. I wonder what classes are they having there?
You know, I
think I saw a flyer for this, but I can't remember what it was.
They're going to have mini, super farm, and 2-wheel drive.
Gotcha. Well, I would think there'd be plenty of people. I don't know what the weather was for you guys today, but it was 60s here today. So people are ready to get outside.
Yeah, sunny in mid-50s.
Yeah. You guys still have snow on the ground up there, Charles?
Yeah. Oh. Well, it's mostly gone after today, but that doesn't mean anything. I never say it's over until I see clear ground on April 15th.
Yeah. So, well, you're not terribly far away.
No. No, we'll get more, though.
Yep. So Adam brings up a good point. Not that one, but the other one.
It populated before I could click it.
Yeah. So 1 week from this weekend, I will be in Louisville at the truck show and going to see some semis, minis, unlimited supers, and pro stocks in Freedom Hall again. I know we were looking at tickets. We bought our tickets initially, and then we looked again a couple days later. It's going to be a pretty good packed house. Tickets, there's not very many tickets left. There are some, but you never know how many like scalpers, or shall we say resellers, have purchased. But yes, there's some very exciting news that came out.
I think Nick is sick of pushing the snow. That's what that comment's about.
Oh yeah, that could be too. Sorry about it. Doesn't he have a big 4-wheel drive truck that he could just put a snow blade in front of?
Yeah, he does.
That would be something for YouTube and Facebook. That would definitely go viral.
I'll come over and film it, Mick. Let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, Tony and Jason pull farm implements with 4-1s. Why can't Mick push snow with a 4-wheel drive truck?
Yeah.
That's what they're for. Well, I guess while we're waiting on Mike, I kind of wanted to keep it quiet, but I don't know if everyone saw it. But Mike Conny and Mac Trailers have come through big time for the truck show poll. Winner of each class is going to receive $10,000. It's not a split between the class. It is the winners are going to receive $10,000 across all classes. So that is one hellaciously good payout. And we're hoping that Mike can join on and talk with us here a little bit. I'm not sure. Hopefully he didn't get messed up on the time change, or, well, he'd be an hour ahead, but yeah, hopefully we didn't have any problems there. But yes, $10,000 to the winner of each class at Louisville. And of course, that's part of the truck show there. So if you guys want to see some really cool rigs, definitely check that out. I'll be there. I know Doug Borth will be there. So I'm sure Beer Money will have plenty of lives going, assuming we can get a decent signal in there, which I think we can.
Yeah,
but we should be in good shape there. So hoping for a great turnout there. I guess I did see. Do you have the list of the competitors?
Can have in a moment.
I thought I saw a posting. PPL came out of who's going to be there, or who's, I guess, scheduled to be there. It's always tentative, but I think I talked to a couple people in Louisville at the farm show, and they were invited, and they said they were going to make it. So
is that invite only then?
I believe so. Yes. And I'm still curious to see how they're going to do this. They're going to run the opposite direction, is what
they're going to run them backwards.
Yes. So they're going to start on what normally is the sand pile end and run them in. So run them down the tunnel. I guess they could just pull Bauer's sled right up out of there.
So there's your list.
You got some heavy hitters in that mini rod class for sure.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 semis. We got some Blackburn tractors. Jeff, Jordan, Roy, the Galot tractors. It'll be good to see both of them out. We only saw one of those in Louisville. And then we've got some big hitters on the pro stock side. So I'm not sure what time that starts. Is it 7 o'clock?
I believe so. I wouldn't want to go through any of those classes. That's going to be tough.
No, you're not messing around there. That's for sure. Well,
if I remember correctly, a significant portion of the ticket sales and maybe the live stream are, I think, going to Wounded Warriors.
So hope for the Warriors is what it's going to.
Hope for the Warriors? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Nice. Adam Wilson, it starts at 5, I believe. Wow. That's an early show.
Yeah, I was looking for that. I haven't found it yet, but I'll take their expertise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on their website somewhere. I forget what the website's called. Truckingshow.com.
So we did a little, just a real quick update on the Pullers Championship. Brent, how many spots do we have left to fill?
So did you explain the mod class?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So we did go through. There's been a lot between breakage, part shortage, things coming up. We currently have 10 invites that have accepted a spot out of the entire list that was on the second round of fan voting. So what we have done is we converted those last 2 spots into promoters' choice classes, and we're just keeping in contact with some of them that have said that they'll know closer to showtime on whether they'll be able to make it or not, depending on parts, depending on farming situations like that. So we should be able to fill those last 2 spots, but currently we do have 10. So we have 6 promoter choice classes, or 6 promoter choice spots left in 3 classes: 2 for the mods, 2 for the semis, and 2 for the super stock diesel tractors. And then we're waiting on 2 pro stocks, 2-wheel drive truck, and a pro stock diesel truck. Otherwise, we have 116 or 118 of the 126 spots, somewhere in there, around 116 spots filled so far. So we have about 10 spots to fill, 10, 12. And yeah, it's everything is updated now on the website. So if you go under classes, you'll be able to click on which class you want to see, and everyone that has registered so far as of now is up there. So that's what I was doing. That's why I was late on here. So,
and I encourage you to go check it out too, because there's guys that are going to be there from all over the country, and there's a little bio on each one of them, and it's kind of neat to learn something about guys that you aren't going to get to see all the time, but we're going to have them, all in one place for you come May.
I forget how many states there were. I want to say we have it's 19 states or something like that, somewhere close to that. That'll be there. I forget the exact number, and that was what the original second round of fan voting list that came out. Obviously, we had people decline, so that number could have changed one way or the other. But it's going to be there's some heavy hitters. It's going to be an awesome class. I was putting it together, and I was just going back over the classes, and I'm excited for it.
Yep, it's going to be a great show.
Yep, and I guess to update, we do not have V8 Massies there, unfortunately. So we the two that were voted in cannot make it. So that is a bummer. But the two people that made it in are Russell Hildebrand, Loose Cannon, and Travis Wildman and the Die Hard Deer. They both have been informed that they've been invited. So we'll give them a few days here to get registered. If they tell us that they can't, we'll just move on to the next. We still have a few spots left in that of the second round of fan votes to be able to fill that class. But those are the last two for the pro stocks. And then we're just waiting on Dale Nelson in the 2-wheel drive truck class. He was just informed tonight that he made it. He said that he would be signing up. And then the pro stock diesel trucks, we've reached out to Josh Stahl, Thicker in Blood. He was just informed yesterday, so we'll give him a couple days with that as well. So that's kind of where we're at for the Polar Championship. And then we're hoping, I hope by the end of this week, other than the promoter's choice picks, we should be pretty much ready to rip for who's going to be there. We'll keep in contact with the pollers. If something changes where somebody has to drop, we'll make sure to put it on the Facebook page. So make sure to go give that a like as well. But if anybody wants a sponsor, we're still looking for sponsors.
Sponsor, if you know how to make parts that no one seems to be able to get, you're sitting on like a stack of billet that you want to turn into something really cool that you can provide to these guys, because that seems to be a huge deal this spring. Is just, it's not even that the finished parts aren't available. The raw materials are unavailable and of questionable quality, even when you can get them.
Some of it is available, some of it is not. You can still get plenty of aluminum. You can still get stuff. Of course, everything's gone up in price, but some of your tool steels, some of that higher tool or alloy steel stuff, that stuff's getting a little bit harder to get. But it was a little rough.
Yeah,
you can still get it.
Adam, I do plan for sponsorship. I'm hoping here in the next couple of days. We've had a couple sponsors ask about just signing up online. The reason we didn't do that is because we had to charge a 3% fee just to cover the cost for being able to do the online registration. So that will be an option in the next couple of days. So if you're fine paying that extra 3%, that's fine. Otherwise, you can just print off that form and just mail it in. That's the easiest option. And then I see another question about camping. There will be no portable showers on site. The only thing there'll be is porta potties. So,
yep.
Adam, if you want, you could probably even print out that form and give it to Paul at the show next week.
Oh yeah. Yep. I can do that. I'll be in section 230. I'm towards the end of the track. Okay, so just talk to Mike. He doesn't have Facebook, and he's going to have to reschedule this live stream.
No worries.
Lindsay,
thanks for the heads up.
That would be great. No problem there. Thanks for the heads up. So we will we'll definitely do that. But in the meantime, so we've also got, I believe around 8:30, the guys from Cowtown, I believe Ron and Ken are going to try to log on. So Cowtown's coming up, and it's coming up quick. This is Monday. First session starts Wednesday, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do we have any information on what classes are pulling on Wednesday? I'm guessing there's a session of 85 limited pros.
There's a session of 85 limited pros, 95 pro farm, a couple of hot farmish kind of classes, like 3LM stuff.
Pro stock truck and then a modified class, modified 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, the NA 2-wheel drive mods, or NA 2-wheel drive. So
there you go.
And we've got some new entries. There's some guys who are making the transition from trucks to cage crawling. Jason Goody among them. He might be here listening tonight. He's got a red 85 that he's going to take down the track. I think he told me that he's put 4 passes on it before it was his, and now it's his, and it's lettered up as his, and so on and so forth. And so he's going to debut that on Wednesday night. So that should be cool.
Yep. We'll,
Jason's been down the track a lot in a pickup, but I don't know that I've ever seen him drive a tractor with a cage. So it'll be a learning curve, but he's a sharp cat. He's a good driver, good track reader. He'll do fine.
I would think there's a little bit of a difference between a truck and a cage.
Yeah.
Never been in a truck.
After doing a lot of tractor pulling, well, comparatively anyway, pulling a truck is weird.
Yeah. Dustin Blair, can you PM me? Yes, I can.
And I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but I did hear that there's a new 85 Limited Pro. Well, not completely new, but it's a blue one, and it's an Iowa now. And they weren't able to get it ready in time for Cowtown, but they'll have it on the track this summer. And it's a couple of brothers who were cage crawl or who were truck guys for a long time, and they'd always wanted to go cage crawling, and they had the opportunity, and so it'll be fun to see some more blue on the track, more color.
Never ever hurts to have more color on the track.
Mm-hmm.
Always a good thing.
Do we have any mini Mo 85s? Do we have any yellow 85s?
I don't think so. That
I
I've seen.
don't think I've ever seen one.
Could you do it and be competitive?
Well, on one thing on those is I've found on minis, it doesn't matter what it is because the rods are about this freaking long in those things. You could generally make something out of a mini, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But can you get down to a 466? You'd have to do cubic quite a bit, wouldn't you? 504 was their smallest.
Yeah,
I know their smallest 6, I think.
426 was a small
426?
Yeah.
What was it in?
G6s.
Oh, that's right.
Huh.
The other problem is they don't like a lot of boost because there's only 4 mains.
So in my travels, we did girdle a mini.
Yeah, it can be done.
And of course, you hear about these things, and we'd seen some rods come through the shop, and we'd done some fire ringing on some of the heads or on the jugs, and this guy brought the block in, and I'm thinking, oh, this mini block, it's going to be ungodly huge because it's got all this rotating mass in there. Shocked. is the word I would use. There is very minimal crankshaft support in a Mini. Of course, they're pretty heavy, but really, really surprised at how little of contact there is on those crankshafts. But man, they can turn some power. Oof. And they get big too. Some of those would be more like an antique puller where they put like 5-gallon buckets in them for pistons. And
there's a few out there.
rods.
There's a couple out there that are over 1,200 cubic inch.
That's insane. That's big.
Yeah.
But yeah, they it's impressive. I mean, like I said, for what you see in some of the other ones and what you have on the certain ones, they're just they make them things run. We will occasionally pull our Pro Farm against when we pull IPA, we will pull against some minis that are on methanol, and they're tough. They are very tough.
I want to say, was it Kendall Klevgard had the open super one that I saw with the side shields off one time? I mean, between the deck plate and the girdle system, he'd encased the whole thing in billet aluminum, and all the block was doing was just holding the sleeves. I mean, it was not structural at all anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He still has that.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
there's pictures out there of it.
I'd have to look and see if I could find that. I was a picture. I didn't actually see it in person, but there was a photo of that.
What? Did I stump Charles?
Probably did.
I could make an hour and 20-minute drive and probably go take pictures.
Yeah,
Charles,
I'm assuming it's still that way.
Charles, you were talking about some of those G6s being over 1,200 cubes. Is that the biggest motor that you'll find in antique pulling, period?
At the moment, yeah, I'm going to say it is. The one Begeman did, Temporary Satisfaction, that one was like 1364 or something like that. But they've got kits out now. There's cases out there that are around 1,100, and they're doing – the Dakota guys are working on a kit for G's and 70 Deers that'll be 1125 or something.
Wow.
And 1125 out of 2 cylinders. Ugh. I drove an 800 cubic inch G this past fall, and the whole thing just shakes. I can't imagine what over 1,000's like.
Oh yeah, when those things are sitting there and they're just bloom, 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 bloom.
Oh yeah,
the whole thing just shakes on the tires. It's pretty cool to see.
Scare the crap out of you if you're not ready for it when they whack the throttle.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They will let you know that they are there.
Yeah.
And I was running an 8 mile an hour class, so I got one hand on the throttle trying to just ease into it, the other hand on the clutch. Well, all of a sudden the nose just goes woo. I think, okay, no hand on the steering wheel. This is gonna be really exciting.
Look, Ma, no hands.
Yeah.
That's what some of those clubs will put in rules, that you have to keep one hand on the steering wheel, and that gets a little tricky in some of these classes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much they actually watch that, but
I know the rule there is on the books, various places. I've never seen that one get enforced.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Seagram's coming up. Literally pulling a hog barn.
Open air hog barn.
Yeah.
No less.
Really? What they do? Just stack it full of weights?
What?
They just stack it full of weights then somehow, or?
No, it's like a long row of like pens, 4/8 pens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. Just whatever it takes.
Pretty good track. They do.
How far is
they'll run. I don't know, James. You can correct me on this, but they'll probably run 6,000 or 7,000 hooks on it this weekend.
Wow.
It goes on and on and on as one track.
Yep.
They've been doing it for a long time there. That's been an antique pull for 35 years or something. That one goes way back.
Keeps getting bigger.
Yeah.
I believe there's one in, is it Russellville, Kentucky this weekend as well?
Oh, is that the VTPA thing?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. You might be right.
Yep. It is that time of year where you're going to start seeing these tractors running up and down the interstates.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this weekend's a busy weekend.
No, the VTPA thing is April 8th and 9th. So we got a minute till that one. And it's more than just antiques, actually. They're going to have some trucks and some farm stock stuff.
By the way, I checked Ken Gerard's auction, the Farmall Land auction. There's still 24 hours left to go. Remember that 2+2 Cub Cadet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to hazard a guess as to where the bid is on it right now?
I'll say 25,000.
Nah, you're over.
Yeah.
17,000.
You're over too. It's at 15-1. Impressive. It'll be interesting to see where that one ends up.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry's favorite 1206 is currently sitting at about 32.
I was going to ask you where that one was at.
32. I think you may see it jump another 10 before it's all said and done. I hope so anyway, because in the article that I wrote, I estimated somewhere in the mid 40s.
There you go.
It'd be nice to be right. So, and the mini 1206 is at 18.
Nice. I do have information for Pullers Championship live stream. We have the link and everything ready to go for that. Everything's set up. So that will be getting posted here soon. Obviously, you guys probably aren't going to be buying it yet, but that will be posted. It's going to be $20 a session. So pretty much we raise it to $20 to cover the fees for hosting the live stream on the website. So we should be taking about $15 per ticket. And the rest of it goes to our provider that hosts the live stream. So it'll be $20, no discount for the weekend. It's just going to be $20 a pop, and makes it easier for us for calculating for how many tickets and everything that we sell. And yeah, so look out for that. There'll be a separate tab on the website. It'll be embedded right in there, so you'll be able to make your purchases. And if there's any questions, Ryan Zolk will be the one that's in charge of it. So I believe on the actual page there'll be an email address where you can email if you have any questions or concerns with the live stream, especially leading up to the event. If for some reason you can't access it, or you never got the email or anything like that, and you are limited to one device. So once you purchase it, you can't. So if you watch on your phone and then decide you want to watch on a TV or something like that, there is an hour delay. So make sure you figure out what you want to do beforehand. We can change it, but during the event, when things are busy and rolling, it's hard to do that. So try to just be mindful of that.
Yeah, I can see Ryan just hands all flying, trying to fix that in the middle of the show.
That is the most frustrating thing for him is that, he usually preaches this, like, try to do it beforehand, make sure you can log in, because you can do it the day before. You can log in and make sure that it'll have like a countdown timer, and all you have to do then again, log in half hour before the actual event starts, because that's when the live stream will start. Make sure that you're able to, because that'll give us a little bit of time to help anybody that might have any issues. But I feel like it's been going on for a couple of years that we've been doing this, that most people have figured it out, but just in case there are any issues.
Yeah, and be on early, because that's something we've been talking about in our meetings too. Anyway, that I think we've said the pull start time is 7. We intend to
6.
fire the first puller down the track at 7. So any
6.
kind of opening ceremony, 6, okay. Any kind of opening ceremony thing we're going to do is going to be 15 minutes before that. So,
yep.
And one thing too is once you submit your information, if you don't see the email, check in your junk folder. Sometimes it will get thrown in there.
Yep.
If you don't see it, just check there first, and a lot of times that will alleviate any problems, because if you don't see it there and you don't see it in your email, then something's wrong. But
yep,
check
I
there
plan
first.
also to kind of do this like a kind of go through and actually purchase it, and put like a video so you can actually watch the video and see exactly how to access everything as well. So if you are unsure how to, we'll have kind of a tutorial video on how to go through it all.
Good deal.
So let's see some of the things going on at the track. So one of the things that we'd always talked about at the track was the sound system. It's very hard to hear on the starting line. Brad Holzhauer said, we're done with that. They have a whole brand new sound system going in. They are waiting on the cables to come in, and then they are ready to start the install. So there's going to be a lot more speakers. You'll be able to hear it a lot better, and hopefully we can hear it on the line over the tractors and trucks that are going to be there. But there's some construction going on at the track. Brad's building a new shop for his service department for his outdoor power sports stuff, and it's fairly close to the track. So we were talking today about how we stage vehicles and stuff like that. We may end up changing it from what we normally do, but we're working on that. But yeah, if you guys get there, once again, if you're camping, pullers that have that need to come in, you can start coming in on Wednesday. And if you have a hauler and you have a camper as well, please bring them together so that we can try to get you guys parked as close as possible. Just general admission or general spectators. If you're camping, you can come in on Thursday. So if there's a group of you that are coming together, where you're like 2 or 3 campers or whatever, try to come together if you can. You can just park them and leave them if you want. We'll have people there from Wednesday all the way through till Sunday. So we are going to do that. If you can do that, that'll help us get you parked in. We will help you get parked in, make sure that, we try to utilize the space the best we can. But just definitely, if you're coming in, general spectators, if you can come in Thursday, that would be great. Friday's going to be busy, not hectic, because we've got plenty of room to work with. But if the earlier you can come with campers and haulers, the better off we will be. So try to do that.
I don't know if I want good speakers on the starting line, because now all guys will hear all the smack Leroy and I are going to talk about them.
Hey, it's what it's all about. They'll know where to find you whenever they get off the track.
Yeah, they sure will.
Another thing that I think will be kind of unique for us to do as well is we're going to draw all the numbers for the pullers beforehand. So we're going to do a live stream, and we're going to draw both nights for all 11 classes on a live stream. We're going to do everything as much beforehand as possible. So we're doing it on a live stream so people don't think that we're somehow rigging it or cheating it. So it'll all be done on a live stream. We'll print out all the numbers right then and there, and we'll bring them with us. And so then when the pullers are coming in to register, all they have to do is just come to the registration table, pick up their numbers, and pretty much that tells us that they're there. And that's all we need from you. So we'll have all the lineup sheets already done. They'll already be posted. They'll be on the website, all that stuff. So we're just trying to make it as simple and easy as possible, and that saves us time as well. We're not having to fuss around with getting everybody registered. So,
yep. And we will do those by class. We're not going to do one gigantic. We'll do the 401s, and then we'll do the pro stocks, and then the mods, and then the 2-wheel drive trucks or whatever in segments. So if you want to know what your pull order is, you don't have to sit through them all. They'll be up there, and we'll do them. We'll break them out in segments, so you can see what your pull order is, and you can start formulating a plan as to what you're going to do.
Yep, and we'll be talking with Donnie Bungard as well. Figure out pull order, because we're not sure what works best for him. Obviously, we don't want to have the sled super light and then put in all the weight possible and then pull it all back out because that just takes too long. We're going to try to figure out and formulate a plan that's best between the two tracks. And obviously there could be some changes for night 2 depending on the track situation. But assume that we're going to have probably a plan that'll be for both nights once we do come up with that. And we're hoping to have that here in the next couple of weeks. So
probably the one thing in the order we're going to try to avoid like the plague would be putting diesel supers and pro stocks next to each other. Because ain't nobody going to be able to concentrate on all that.
The plan is currently is that we are going to run the 85s and the 95 limited pros first. That is something I think we've agreed upon. So
that is for sure. Yep, that is. They are going to be the track builders.
Yep, and more than likely semis will probably be whatever track finishes last or first, and they'll be last. So kind of how they always typically are, but they're used to it. So
yeah.
So why are the 8500s and the 9500s kind of termed the track builders? What for those who may not understand that? What does that mean?
Basically, what they are going to do is break that track in. So whenever you build a track, you need to get some tractors down that track, get it, maybe even smooth it out a little bit. Just basically break that track in after a fresh workover. And you don't want to put high horsepower tractors on a virgin track. That is a big, big no-no. And it gives them a little bit of something to see so that they can try to get there. I don't know how much a mod can read off of a 4.1. I mean, I'm sure they could a little bit, but just guys will get to see that. You generally don't want to run your high horsepower stuff on a fresh track like that. So we're going to run those first. They got bigger tires. Those 24.5s will work that track in good. Normally, when we have a pull at the track at the holes hours, we will run a class of local tractors. The Southern Illinois Hot Farm Association will run usually a 12 mile an hour, and then I can't even remember what it is now. Like an open farm stock tractor, and we run one on each track. One class on each track just to break that track in. It also helps to get the track workers kind of in sync so that they can get the bugs worked out initially if they're, just making sure that they know who's going to go where and all that kind of stuff. Gets the sled, let the sled guys get used to the track a little bit. It just helps to get the bigger tractors ready to go on those tracks.
Also try to also avoid putting a small tire class on first. So minis, 2-wheel drive, anything 4-wheel drive, you don't want them as a first class either.
Yes. Ben Haney, 9250 Illinois Hot Farm. That's the other class. He would know. He runs in that sometime. Yeah. No, he runs a 12 mile an hour tractor or 8 mile an hour. Sorry. Audrey, are there going to be programs for the spectators? That is still up in the air. We
talked about it. The biggest thing is I feel like the people within our group that would be able to do them are just busy. So it'd be something that we'd have to outsource, and we have discussed it. Obviously, we don't have a full final pullers list. So that's also part of the issue as well. So we don't know yet, I guess, is the question or the answer to that.
Yep. But one thing we are going to do, we have discussed and we are going to do. So we will have video boards at the end of the track. And one video board is for our sponsors. We're just going to run it on a loop so our sponsors can get some coverage. And then we are going to have the other one is going to show replays on the live stream and stuff like that. When these pullers sign up, some of you guys are fans of let's say a mod or whatever, and you may know what Brett Berg looks like, or you may know what, I don't know, one of the other guys looks like. We're going to have, like Louisville, we're going to have a camera set up whenever they register so you can see these guys' faces. And we want you to kind of, even if you don't know them, like you couldn't identify them, if you get a picture and you say, hey, I want to go out in the pits on Saturday and talk to this guy, then you'll kind of have an idea who you're looking for. It's all about making it more, make these pullers more personable to the fans. They want to show these tractors off. They want to talk about them. They love the fan interaction. So we want to help you guys just kind of get a little more familiar with who these guys are and not just say, oh, I like that red tractor that kind of looks like it's got the swirly stuff on it, like Travis's tractor or whatever. We want you guys to get up close and personal. We're going to try to give you as much information as we can the day of the show so you can go out there and check out these rides and talk to these guys and gals. Because we do have some ladies that are going to be pulling.
Mm-hmm.
And the ladies in a couple of classes, when we went to do the fan votes, the ladies pulled the fan votes very much, especially in one class.
Yep.
They very much pulled the votes. So there's going to be plenty of lady drivers out there, and they'll be ready to kick ass and take names.
Brad, hold that thought on T-shirts. We just made a decision about that a few days ago, so stay tuned.
That is being worked on. We are working on that.
Yeah, we just sent off pictures and the logo, so hopefully
we're working on it.
We'll hopefully have something.
Yep.
Posters are also being made, so that's also in the works. We'll probably have some sort of kind of like an event video, just kind of like a promo video as well. That'll be coming out. It's really now into promotional, side of things. Most of the event stuff has kind of been taken care of. We kind of know everything that we need to do and everything that we need to have to be prepared for the event. And now it's just coming down to, we just need to drive to get the people in the seats and get people to buy the live stream, because that's ultimately what pays the purse. So the more people that they're watching or they're on the live stream, it's just going to increase that payout even more for the pullers. And obviously that's what we're looking for.
And that's how we know, our intention is to do this every year. So we need that fan support. We need the pullers to be engaged. Pullers, put it out there. If you're on that list, put it out there to your on your social media. Hey, I'm going to Nashville. I've accepted. I have paid my registration. I will be there, and just help us generate some buzz and get these stands as full as we can. Like I said, the goal is to make this the largest payout possible, or ever, if possible. I mean, we want to give back everything that we can to the pullers and make this as big as we can. So any help that you guys can do, like, share, whatever, tell people you're going, or if you know you can't make it, start making plans for that watch party. We supporting the live, or getting a live stream is just like buying a ticket. And for $20, I mean, really, you're going to have some of the top iron in the nation. It's going to be a hell of a live stream. I'll be there. I'll be on the line, and I might just buy the live stream just to watch it later, because you can watch it through
the year. Charles, did you want to pull up the website and just kind of go through the invites?
Yeah, we can do that.
Since they have changed quite a bit. I don't know exactly how many of the initial fan invites changed, but there was a good handful of them. Again, between the farm show and people breaking their parts, just people being busy and realizing that it just isn't going to be feasible for them to make it. Obviously, there was some changes, and we understand that. We knew it would happen, but hopefully that this becomes big enough next year that they would rather skip whatever is coming up to be there. So,
I'll be completely transparent about it. Our goal is to make this thing so big that guys that declined are saying, "Damn, I wish I would have went." That is our goal, 100%. So, you guys can help us do that. And if we do that, and next year we draw some that maybe didn't come this year, but they think, well, this went over really well, I want to be a part of this. So that's our goal. So the 85s have been set for a while. That was our first class that did fill up, and they all pretty well. This was, what are you doing, Charles?
I didn't do it.
But yeah, so this 85 class, a lot of Western series. There's some ECI guys. There's some ITPA. There's some Excalibur. So those guys are all set and ready to go. So go to the next class, I believe be the 4-1s.
Yep.
So a couple of these were promoter's choice, and then the rest of them we have gone through. And one thing I will say on all of these, whether this class or any class, some of the people were wanting to get in that maybe didn't get in. Most everyone that put in or that got in on the fan votes, they put it out there on social media that they wanted to be there. And like I said, we've said it before. If you put it out there, it gets noticed, and that definitely helped in this instance. We saw a lot of people that put it out there, and they were able to pull the fan votes. So here's a good one here. So yeah, the pro stock field. We've got a couple that have left to accept their invites, but they just were notified today, so we've still got a little bit of time on them. But there is this class here has probably got the best color spread of any of them. And we're not going to get into the whole, that other conversation about this class, but you guys have fans of, if you're fans of yellow or you're fans of orange or you're fans of green or red or whatever, this is a great class. So it's going to be a good one. And then here, this is one that I probably would say that I am most excited to see, because I've never seen a lot of these tractors outdoors, and it's going to be one hell of a show. We do have 2 promoters' choice spots left, and like Brent said earlier, we are waiting. Guys are waiting on parts, and it's something that basically, if they get the parts in hand, they will commit, because that's the biggest thing right now.
Should we just say who they are at this point?
No. Okay. Because there's more people that want to come than there are spots.
That's true.
They are different colors, so
yeah, we
have plenty of options there. But this class is going to be another one that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
This is a battle of the fuels. We've got a diesel in here.
Yeah, we have all neck of the woods here too in this class.
Oh yeah,
you have a lot of states represented in
south, north. You go west. Yeah, going to be a good show there. And this is our Chaos Fabrication Unlimited Superstock tractors. Thank you to Kevin Campbell for sponsoring, Kevin and Colin for sponsoring this class. Again, good color in this class too. And the old silver bullet. And there's that red diesel tractor. Colin's going to look to see what he can do against them. And if Farm Show is any indication, this is going to be fun to watch.
We'll get through the last of these, and then we'll get on to Mr. Stone.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is a class here that's going to be represented by – there were originally 4 female drivers that were voted in. Misty, they decided not to register because they don't at this point, they aren't 100% sure now about being able to bring both trucks. So they just decided to just keep Jeremy's, and then for whatever reason they can't make it. They're only out 500 versus 1,000. So that was the reason.
They've got to worry. They are farmers, so they do have to worry about farming as well. So
yeah, we understand it, and we have plenty of pullers to fill that class.
Yep, we get it completely.
And then this is another one we're still waiting on. One more. Again, just was notified last night, so still got some time there.
This would be another one that I would really like to see. The track at Holzhauer's has had pro stock diesel trucks, but they have never had super stock diesel trucks. Mm-hmm. So Really excited to see what these guys can do with the track. And there's some heavy hitters in this class.
Oh yeah.
This class here is probably going to take the long distance award, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Two of these guys are going to drive about 30 hours one way to get here. So,
and also to clear up some confusion, probably quite a few of you have seen that Owens family did post their mods for sale. You don't have to worry. I reached out to Dylan. He said you can count on us being there no matter what. They just had some opportunities come up where they may be switching direction in their polling careers, I guess. So that is they're not getting out of polling, but they just have a different route that they may be going. So
yep.
But they will be there.
There's Ron Stone.
Hey guys, what's happening?
Not much. What do you know?
Well, we've got a track. And we're working on it already. So we're disking it up, getting a little moisture in it. It was a little dry, but I think we probably could have pulled on it here tonight if we wanted to have, but we want to get some moisture in it and get a start on it. We don't start pulling here till Wednesday night. But yeah, Hill Brothers Construction, Jason Hill and crew were in here 8 o'clock this morning, brought in 90 dump truckloads of dirt here. We've got sand pile built, tracks built, and we're just maintaining it and getting some moisture in it right now. We've got all the Jersey barriers up. Most of the trackside boxes are finished. Smoke tube is in place. We're about ready to start pulling here already.
You got any pulling vehicles in the back?
Right now, we've got one puller here. I know there's several coming tomorrow. But the one truck that's here is a modified four-wheel drive out of California. He's probably driving further than anyone else. Donnie Reeve is here with his Chevy pickup, modified four-wheel drive.
California boys ain't afraid to drive.
What's that?
I said those California boys ain't afraid to drive.
No, Donnie Reeve, he is a puller. He's a pulling fan. He loves it. He got hooked back in the 80s, and man, it bit him pretty hard. He's got, well, if you guys know him, he has 3 modified four-wheel drives now. He had a couple of mini rods, even had his own mini rod sled for a while. Runs a trucking company out in California, heavy haul trucking company, Reeve Trucking. But yeah, he's a puller, and he loves to come here to Kansas City and pull. So not too much arm twisting to get him here.
Ron, which one did he bring?
He brought the blue Chevy triple throwdown.
Cool.
I know you're probably wondering if he brought the new one, the white Ford.
Yeah, wonder.
I've seen some pictures of it. It's a pretty sharp truck.
So, Ron, what time does everything get underway on Wednesday?
Gates will open for spectators at 5 p.m. Pulling starts at 7 p.m. We'll start sharp. We'll be ready to go. Got Lane in here running the John Deere from Ag Power, one of our sponsors here, disking the track up. We've already put a little bit of moisture in it. Yeah, 7 p.m. Wednesday night. Wednesday night is first responders night, guys. If you're a first responder, bring the whole family out, the immediate family. You can all get in for $5 a head. Thursday night is Veterans Night, military night. If you're a veteran or currently serving in the military, same deal, $5 a person for all your immediate family.
That's a hell of a deal. That's awesome.
And then Saturday is FFA Day, Saturday noon, that session number 5. If you're a member of the FFA, just wear your jacket, bring some kind of identification, and you can get in for $5 for FFA members Saturday at noon.
Good deal. Now,
we've had some pullers. We've lost a few pullers here and there, guys, and I hopefully the supply chain will have caught up by the time the Pullers Championship rolls around. But you know, it's a common theme right now. People are waiting on parts. You know, they get told that they're going to get parts, you know, in so many weeks, and they're not always coming on time. So We're not short on pullers, but we've lost a few here and there in a few classes simply because they're waiting on parts. So, but
do you have an idea on roughly a total number of hooks that you're expecting?
What was that? I lost you a little bit.
Do you have an idea on roughly what kind of total number of hooks you're looking at?
Total number, there's approximately about 50 per session. So, 6 sessions, you're looking at 150 approximately hooks. Some of those will be in the finals rounds, so it won't be a total of 150 pullers, but we're looking somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 hooks.
Gotcha. Now, you guys have a live stream available as well, correct?
Yep, live stream. If you can't be here, to be on fullpull.tv. They'll be covering every session here. You can go on fullpull.tv and get registered and watch every session live right here along with the crowd in Kansas City. So Nate and the crew will be here tomorrow morning to start getting the setup and get the live stream going and doing some testing. So we're ready to go live Wednesday night. Pretty excited. I was trying to get Ken down here. He's been a little camera shy tonight.
Yeah, he has had no practice, in front of a camera. His daughter. Now, Ron, do you guys have any kind of open pits available?
The pits will be open for the price of admission, but it will be for an hour. Okay, we will clear the pits out an hour before showtime because we'll have a lot of equipment moving around. But that hour after the doors open, you will be able to get back and walk around the pits, get autographs. If you see some drivers and such, talk to the drivers. But an hour before showtime, we will clear the pits out unless you have a pit pass, which is reserved for pullers and crews, family members. Just trying to keep the pit area free of too many people walking around. We don't want to have any accidents, so we want to minimize the possibility of that. But yeah, growing up around pulling, being in the pit area was almost as fun to me as watching the pull itself, and taking pictures of the tractors and trucks and talking to the pullers as a kid. So we wanted to keep that open and not charge extra for that, to be part of the experience for kids and adults alike that love walking through the pits. We always get that question, is it extra to go through the pits? And well, it's not. So just get here when the doors open and you'll have an hour to walk around the pit area here.
I keep an eye on that water truck driver behind you.
Yeah, I know. He's a little crazy. Diesel truck puller, Lane Aldrich there. Well,
diesel truck?
Yeah, pro stock puller nowadays. Yeah, so, reformed diesel truck puller.
Yeah, formerly known as a diesel truck puller.
He hasn't sold it. He still has the chassis, and he's still planning on putting a motor in it.
Now, wouldn't that be funny if Kenzie went and started driving the truck and Lane switches to pro stock? Make the old switcheroo there.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
So how many of y'all are coming down?
I think just Big Rye's it.
Big Rye?
Yeah, I'll be down Wednesday sometime.
Good deal.
Whenever I can get free and duck out of the office, and then work a little bit on Thursday and Friday, and be there for the sessions, and do what I do, stand around pushing buttons.
Do your thing.
Yep.
Do your thing. So I walked this track earlier when they first got it all laid in here, and they built this track like we did the first year. They rolled it in layers, and it's going to be a good track. I mean, it would have been a biting track after they did that, but we wanted to get some moisture in it. So we're looking at it being a track like we had in 2019, the first year. Not that it was a bad track in 20. I think it was just a better track in 2019. I think that's what we're looking at for 2022 here. So going to lay some power down on this track this week, guys.
Yeah, it's it's going to be a little different. You'll actually have some people to pull in front of.
Exactly. Well, we hope anyway, right?
Well,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
No, I think people are ready to get out now. They're ready to get out and do some things, and there's a lot of buzz in the air about this event. There are a lot of things going on in Kansas City this weekend. The PBR is going on over at the T-Mobile Center. Basketball tournaments going on at Municipal Auditorium. The World of Wheels. We're hoping maybe World of Wheels, some of those people might get tired of walking around during the day, and that night maybe come over here. So we have done well in ticket sales. We're selling more tickets early than we had in the 2 years prior. So I'm hoping that's going to translate into a lot more butts in these seats. And a lot of people do wait. They want to get them at the door. They want to pay that extra fee at Ticketmaster. And you can't avoid that. But once again, we cannot guarantee that there'll be tickets at the door. So just you're kind of taking a chance by waiting, but you will get your tickets without fees if you do wait. So what I was suggesting to folks last night, if you're coming on Wednesday and you want to come to the following sessions, go ahead and buy your tickets while you're here at the box office. If you're here Wednesday or Thursday, if you want to buy your weekend tickets, that way you can get those without the day of fee, which is $2, and you don't have to pay those Ticketmaster fees, and you can get them early. So, or if you know someone that's coming, have them get them for you.
That works too.
And you guys have any box seats still left available, or are those all sold out?
We do have, I think there are 7 left. There are 6 and 6. If you look behind me here, there's a row here that's elevated 4 feet. The last 6, let's see, that would be those 12 available on this side. So we also have boxes on the floor in front of these. So you have 10 above and 10 below. So there's 12 on this end. And then there are 2 available on the east side. So we have sold several of those, and we give those to, our big sponsors as well. We give them those box seats. So pretty good seats. I don't think there's a bad seat in the place.
No, there really isn't.
There is not.
Yeah.
There is not.
Yeah, I mean, we've walked everywhere on these bleachers, and there's really not a bad seat. So no worries if you come in late. You're going to get a good seat regardless.
Good deal. We'll find some of that Kansas City barbecue while you're out there too.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of barbecue out here. Casey Joe's, there's Zarda's Barbecue, there's all kinds of barbecue joints down here. So we do have concessions here. There will be beer sold here in the facility as well. Got all kind of vendors set up out there. The Trump gal is coming. She'll be selling Trump gear out there. I think she cleaned up in I think it was 2019, maybe, or 2020. She actually, even with us being closed off to the public, I think she did really well out there selling the Trump flags and clothing and such. But yeah, we'll have some other vendors out there. So be a little something for everyone here. And we're pretty excited. We're jacked about this year, guys.
Jack Stack Barbecue? Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
Jack Stack? It is a thing.
That is a thing. I didn't realize that I was taking Brent to Jack Stack, but apparently that's a thing too.
Yep, it is. Fiorella.
Brent didn't realize that he was building me a 379 either, but that's a thing apparently as well.
Sure, get right on that.
Well played.
Better be some damn good barbecue.
Well, I'm way in line. He's got to repaint the hood of lanes because Kenzie stepped on it and probably chipped the paint. I got kicked for that, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it was made for a good thing.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps everything up. Ron, good luck with everything, and we will get a link posted to the live stream if people can't be there to get that live stream bought. And hopefully you guys just pack the stands and hopefully nobody runs through the wall.
No. We of course everybody has to run the secondary hitch, and Donnie Bungart, the X Factor sleds are here. Brandon's going to be running the sled. One of the best operators in the business, and they actually have. I'm not sure if they ran this at DuQuoin or not, but they have a light that they mount at the end of the track that will go red when the driver of the sled hits the brake for any emergency reason. The driver can actually see that immediately. Will actually be instantaneous, as not having to wait for the reaction time of the flagman to grab the red flag and throw it after he sees it or she sees it. The driver will see that red light immediately and be able to react. So pretty cool deal that Donnie and X Factor sleds are bringing out here. So just another added safety feature that we welcome to the sport. So it'll be in use this week.
Good deal. Well, we appreciate the time, and hopefully you, like I say, you pack the stands, and we will definitely see. Hopefully Rye can come in with some lives, or somebody can get some live videos out there on Beer Money, and we'll share some. So I think you guys normally cut in every now and then to show on your, was it on your Facebook page to show what's going on?
Yeah, we'll go live at Full Pull TV, do some live look-ins, for a few vehicles, and every other class or so, just to show people what's going on. Some people that may not even know, it's going on. Some people don't get on Facebook as much as others, but may get some people to want to log on and watch it on Full Pull TV. So, yeah, we'll do some live look-ins all week long during the pull.
Good deal. Well, it's great footage and great live stream. And like I said, if you can make it out there, there's not a bad seat in the house. You're going to see some really good iron from all across the U.S.
Yeah, we've got a bunch here. We've got 28 4-1s, for example. They're going to be here 2 sessions of 14, and we're going to take 12 of those to the final Saturday night. 8,500 Limited Pro. Had a few of those drop out, and believe it or not, we're still upwards of 36 of those. A lot of those guys too. So. Light limited super stocks, we're going to take those to a final round this year. We had such a big class in 2020 that we split those up, taking them to a final. The modified 2-wheel drive, the naturally aspirated that are pulling on Wednesday night, going to do a pull off with those guys. I think that's Friday at noon. The pull off is, since we had so many of them last year, got quite a few signed up this year. So a few changes, moving some things around. But those bigger classes, we want to show those guys our appreciation by taking them to a final round. When so many of them show up, it's really cool to do that, have a pull off or have a finals. So we'll be doing that in the Limited Pro diesel pickup class as well. We'll do a pull off with them on Saturday night. The top 6, I believe it is, are coming back. So yes, a lot of iron will be here. Like, I can't imagine how many we'd have if we didn't. I think we'd probably be upwards of 60 per. If we didn't have some drop out, but 50 is about right to get them in here on a single track indoors. 50 is about right, I think. It's a good number to get us all out of here in 3.5 hours. So should be good. Should be a good deal. We're looking forward to it, and everybody that's here right now is, besides being tired, they're all super excited. So.
Yep. The joys of putting on a tractor pull.
We were out here doing the fun job of just picking up rocks here for a little while ago. So you guys missed that part.
I'm not sure if missed is the right term.
That's how I get my stretching exercises in, picking up rocks and pulling tracks. So
there you go. Good deal.
All right, guys.
Cool.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for joining, Ron, and we'll good luck this weekend.
Yeah, good luck.
All right, guys. Thanks for giving us the time. You guys have a good night.
Problem.
Yep.
See you in a couple days, buddy.
Thank you. Bye.
And Paul, Jason is going to be down there. There will be plenty of live look-ins
Oh,
like
that's
every
right, he is
7
going.
freaking minutes.
I forgot about that. He is going. So yeah, no, it'll be fine.
I don't know if he's bought a second battery pack or not, but
he's.
God help us if he does.
I don't think I ever.
He was
I
double
never saw
fisting.
him.
Huh?
Yeah, at DuPont,
Yeah,
And
two of them,
he's
two
double
coin.
fisted now.
Yeah.
one in each hand. I don't know how he didn't fall on his face most of the time because he was like looking at those and not really looking at where he was spatially. I'm like, you're gonna eat shit here before too long. But I don't think he did. He kept on going, kept right on trucking.
If he does, I'll do my best to get it on camera.
That would be awesome. Get it like mid-fall where he's like in the middle of falling,
pitching forward and just realizing that
cameras are
his face
flying
is
through
going to
the
eat
air.
some dirt.
Yeah, that would be internet gold.
That he's going to read the track with his face.
Yes, get an up close view of the track. You know he's going to try to get a camera in the sand pile somehow, or right behind it.
Yep.
See if
Oh, that
somebody
ain't safe there. You've seen some of the passes that have been there.
There's one that an orange tractor made that I'll never forget.
There's one that another orange tractor made there that I'll never forget.
Whose was that?
Saturday afternoon. Just another invader.
Yep.
Blew the hell out of that Allison right at the end of the track.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an awesome place. The pits, oh my God, indoor pits. That's the stuff. That is
plenty
that
of room
pit
to stretch out. Yeah, it's not like it's not like in the Midwest Winter Nationals or for those of you who remember Gordyville and you know how there was 6 inches in between tires of tractors. There's actually room to move, and I mean, you know, we'll see people there we'll see teams there that have 4 and 5 lawn chairs.
Yeah, and that's on the first floor. If they need more room, they go upstairs. They have an upstairs. It's like a parking garage. When we went out there whenever they were at 2 years ago with the COVID thing, they pulled us first upstairs, and it was like wide open. I mean, we were out there with the side by side, doing big old. I don't want you to call them laps, but yeah, it is an awesome place pit wise. One of the best.
They're called donuts, not laps.
Well, we couldn't really call them donuts because, there were other factors, we'll say.
Right. That.
But yes, great venue. Yeah, it's a top notch place. Bring your tractors in. You don't have to take them back out until you're ready to put them in the hauler. None of this.
Yep.
We're gonna bring you in and pull you back out. Yeah, it's very, very pit friendly.
And it's kind of nice as a spectator. There's actually, if you need a break from the noise, you can actually go outside into the atrium, and it's actually pretty quiet.
Yeah, you can't hear much out there.
Huh? No.
You can't hear much out there of the pull when it's going on.
No, and heaven help you if you're in the far side pit when the pull is going on, because you won't hear it. I know this for a fact. I think I missed 3 hooks out of one session because I was sitting there chewing the fat with somebody, and the show started, and suddenly I hear this faint noise of a turbo, spooling out. Oh crap! So, yeah, it's a nice. It is a very, very nice facility.
Yes.
For those of us with cameras in hand, it's one of the best lighting situations I've seen in a long time. Although the farm show was very, very good this year. They've upgraded all their lighting, and lights there were, I don't know, 10 times better than they ever were in the past. So lots less color correction when you're editing photos.
Talking over my head. I'm the non-photographer in the group here today.
He's the Andy.
I'm the minority.
Charles, he's the Andy.
He's the Andy.
Whatever that means.
It means you're about to go into a tirade and tell us to stop.
Yeah, it means you're
about
going to
it
yell
with a lot
at
of
somebody to
4-letter
get off
words
your
sprinkled
lawn.
in.
I'm not going to go that far. I did meet Andy at Ship, so yeah, I could see how that would be possible.
Oh, Andy's rants are legendary. They're some of the most amazing things that I've ever read in print.
We should actually like paste a few of those together in book form. You know,
None of them
And
would
now-
be publishable on this show.
not on this show. Sidetracked, I'd do it.
Sidetrack, maybe.
And now
The
thoughts with
sidetracked,
Andy.
unscripted.
Yeah, sidetracked after dark.
Right.
Stories with Andy, brought to you by Sidetracked.
And Bob's anger management classes.
Yeah.
Well, anybody got anything else? I'm about out
I
of
do
stuff.
not.
I got
I'm gonna be-
I got a little something, and I'm not quite sure how to bring this up. This is
boy.
kind of a rant, and
Cool.
kind of not. Did anybody happen to see a thread earlier this weekend, like Saturday afternoon, with a pulling tractor being pulled over by the police in a city in a village in New York?
No.
Oh, good. Well, glad to hear it wasn't just me. Yeah, that happened. Can I make a request that I shouldn't really have to make? Can we as pullers do a little bit better? Maybe not driving our pulling tractors under the influence and getting pulled over because we hit parked cars and we did other stupid things that really, really don't help the impression or the perspective of the sport. Can we maybe make a better effort? Can we do better, please? I don't feel like I should have to ask that, but here we are. So yeah, there was a puller who apparently may have some bigger fish to fry personally, who was pulled over on the town square in a little village in New York with his tractor, driving it down the street. Hit a couple of parked cars. Had a little too much to drink. It was like 2, maybe a little too early for that, and a lot too early to ever be drinking and driving your pulling tractor. Let's maybe not do that now. This is a public service announcement, and it's been brought to you by me. I'm annoyed by stuff like that.
Yeah,
Sometimes the general
not
public
heard that.
classifies us all as a bunch of rednecks. Let's not give them more ammunition for that fire, please. So yeah, that happened. And I believe that he was booked and the tractor was impounded. And I presume the driver is back home now and out of the clink, but doesn't look good. Not a real good look. Paul, you're muted.
Probably better. I did
Come
my,
on.
my little Andy impression.
I would like to have heard that.
No. Moron is the word.
Mm-hmm.
But
Do it
suffice
for the
to say, it does
gram.
not do a great job of promoting the sport.
No.
At least
really.
not painting us in a really good light. So let's do better.
Some people are just full of really good, bad ideas. This guy must be one of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
In other news, you might be able to buy a pretty cheap hot farm at an impound auction coming up soon. I wouldn't guarantee that you see it on Tractor Zoom, but if so, I might actually share that.
That would be funny.
Depends. I don't know which auction house the police department uses, but we are partners with one that a lot of police departments in Massachusetts, New York, that area, they do use. So you might see it.
Oh boy, I found it.
Yeah, you found it. Not hard to find.
Real nice.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Real nice there, Clark. Should also be stated I was not talking about Clark Oltman. I just realized that. Clark did not do that.
That's a long drive in a pulling tractor to get pulled over.
That'd be a very, very long drive through some, Plus the tolls would be outrageous.
I will say, if you find it, in for the comments, because there's some good ones.
Oh, yeah, there's some great ones. Maybe a little damning.
Imagine that.
So, but other than that, I got nothing.
Me either.
Me neither.
All right. Thank you,
Charles,
guys.
hit us with a bit of trivia.
Oh, geez, on the spot now. I don't know. I don't have anything teed up and ready.
Stumped him again. He is off his game tonight.
I am off my game. I started this show off my game tonight.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
I got one. I learned something the other day. The tractor that John Mears and his dad drove. What was the name of it? I know they had two. Which one was the box car?
Just maybe, I think.
Yeah. Anyone know where that is now?
Ooh, it became one of the Roberts first diesels.
Yep.
And then it's out in your neck of the woods, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Is it? And it's a light pro?
No, it's an 85 Limited Pro.
85. Okay.
It is. It belongs to the Hoffman family, and Mama Hoffman drives it. I did not know that, so thank you to Adam Vasky for pointing that out. It actually became Vasky's first diesel super.
Okay.
And then it became Hoffman's tractor.
Yep, that makes sense.
So I've often said that somebody ought to start tracking the lineage before all of these tractors get parted out. Because there's some kind of cool stuff that you can track about that stuff. And I mean, it ends up becoming, it would be a nightmare of a job, but
yeah,
figure out where XYZ tractor went. And I mean, there you go. And hey, Andy's here. And Andy would actually be a good one to help track some of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because he knows so much of it.
He lived a lot of it.
Yep. Wrenched on some of it. And Mark Ulmer would be another good one.
Speaking of Mark Ulmer, we have some news coming up about what he's doing for the Polish Championship. We'll release that when we get closer to announcing it, but he's doing something kind of cool for us. He was originally voted in, but is unable to make it. He just doesn't believe that he'll be able to finish the tractor. It's a new tractor. It's a diesel light super. So he's gonna do something a little bit special for the fans. So stay tuned for that. But I gotta get going, guys.
We get to work with him once in a while on stuff like this.
Yep. But I gotta get going. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah, I got work to do.
Yeah,
we can put a
see
bow
you
on
guys
it
later. Have fun at Kansas City, Ryan.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty. See you, buddy. Have fun
All
out
right, man.
Cowtown.
Sounds good. Take care.
All right. See ya.